How's everyone doing? Oh, let's get this energy up, huh? Alright, so it's Sunday from some people. Maybe it's Monday for some. Yeah, we're gonna... Yesterday I had to abruptly end the stream. I wanted to finish this, but something came up that I had to kind of cut it off kind of abruptly. So today we're going to continue on to chapter 0 and definitely going to finish it. It's stupid that I had to do that, but no, we're gonna continue this. Raincoat. I'm enjoying the game. It has a lot of similarities to Danganronpa, but still trying to get used to the game and how the mechanics work, and what stuff I'm allowed to do. Does it do any effect? I don't know. Like the slashing of the words as they come to me. I know there's a part where you got the white phrases coming out, and then you got the burning phrases. I don't know if you're supposed to cut the white ones to weaken the flamed one. I don't know. It's still kind of weird to me, so I'm trying to work through that. But no, I'm still enjoying it. I like the the character. Why can't I remember? I cannot remember character names. So the Death God. Can't remember her name. Fantastic. Love her. So, yeah, we're going to get back into it. Shall we get started? How's everyone doing today? Everyone doing okay? Yeah, solution keys. Those are the weird parts of this whole thing that kind of doesn't make sense to me in some way. So... are we back to where we were?
Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
Wait a minute.
We're not done yet! Hurry! Let's speed it up!
Shinigami, you might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
Hold on a second. I want to make sure that I'm loading the right thing. Not an auto load. See, I probably auto loaded. See, 1622 is the last one. Let's load that just in case. Loading. I guess it's the same thing.
Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
Is it though?
We're not done yet! Hurry! Let's speed it up!
Shinigami, that's her name. I don't know why I couldn't remember that.
Shinigami, you might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
Okay.
I can't believe it! He had the corpse hidden under the blanket? So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to a dead body. I'm so jealous!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Forgot about that. She's silly. Oh, what's this? Okay.
Zilch was lying in bed with the corpse.
Yeah.
He got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after he switched with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me.
Where did Detective Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean... under the bed. He could have quickly hid there.
True.
Which means if you checked under the bed at the time, you would have caught that four-eyed idiot.
But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
How's the audio out there? Everything all good?
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit.
Aha! I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad,
See, I
Master.
thought it was,
Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories.
No. If I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
The other kid, the crazy one.
I guess so. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was
Planted
hiding in
his
the
chain
blanket?
on the body of Zilch. That's what I thought was going on, but maybe I was completely wrong. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket?
That corpse? Well, Ah! Again!
Yep, again.
I won't let you go any further.
Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
Alright, let's see.
I will not!
Gonna see what kind of solution keys that we got.
Master, I'm lending you a hand from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Cool.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying.
Cool.
Now let's go, Master.
Hopefully you're
Looks like you
useful.
might not need assist after all, Master.
Usable when the recovery gauge is at max. By using your partner instead of the mystery inside the mystery labyrinth will help out. Using the setup.
This could be the clincher.
When a partner's assist is activated, the mystery phantom statement won't inflict any damage, so you use it to take a closer look at what they're saying. That's actually good. Uchi's corpse, Aphex corpse.
I won't.
Okay, Uchi's corpse, discovered in Car 3, was burnt to a crisp, the face just barely recognizable. Aphex's corpse. The burnt corpse thought to be Aphex had what appeared to be a stab wound in the chest, similar to Zilch's body. The face was burned beyond recognition. Zange's corpse discovered in Car 4. The entire body has been burned to a crisp, so I'm going to use this one.
Let you pass. Enough of your nonsense.
Something is strange, but
That's right!
then the solution key is correct. I just need to find the right statement. Okay.
I won't let you pass.
So I get the dodge.
Enough of your nonsense.
And dodge.
You think he swapped with a corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that.
Oops.
Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse.
I'll protect you.
It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
This is the truth.
There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Aphex's body from the 5th car.
Okay.
He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was Aphex's.
Damn it! How could someone like you find the truth?
Oh, Master Detective. Is this the end, or is there more? I think there's gonna be more. That's different.
He looks completely obliterated.
Now we don't have to fight anymore.
Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. The mystery labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the 1st and 5th cars were burnt was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the culprit, don't you think? He totally went green. I mean, we gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
Come on, seriously? Completely unnecessary. I'm with him. Not a whole lot of sound going on.
Zilch?
Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone!
It could have been Aphex.
Hey, he ran away! After him, Master!
That's who I originally thought it was.
Yeah.
You said the body in the 1st car's infirmary wasn't me, but Aphex? But you went to car 5 after car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from car 1 to car 5? That'd require moving past you.
That's right. If he slipped past us, when did that happen?
True. Could have been when the lights went out. Either way, the body had to have been carried from one way to the other. fork.
Where did he run off to?
Another mystery that needs to be solved.
When moving the body from car 1 to car 5, the culprit moved through the train. Did not move through the train. Had to move through the train because everything was locked. The logical sense was... so, it's gotta be it.
Thinking about it rationally, we have to assume that they carried the corpse through the train.
Yeah.
No, that's impossible.
No, not impossible.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
Oh, I guess I gotta fight you now, huh? I like his characters. What is going on?
Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom killing so hard, his relatives get bruises!
This is so weird. It really does look like a kiss game. Blackout.
A body can't.
Blackout and shaking cushion with a hole.
Get from car 1 to car 5. Just think about it. The train's halls are quite narrow. The corpse is heavy enough as it is. Lugging a corpse through that hall,
What is going on with this?
you would certainly have noticed. That means your deduction is all wrong. I'll say it once more. You cannot transport the corpse from car 1 to car 5.
That's true. Plus, when we investigated the private rooms, we kept the doors open for security. If someone had passed through the hallway, I probably would have noticed.
They would have had to sneak past me, too. There's no way anybody got through that corridor.
If we're certain nobody used that corridor, then the corpse must have been brought in from outside the train, not inside. If so, the culprit would need to be able to pass by us without being noticed.
What are you mumbling about? Just admit that your deductions were utter nonsense.
No, because the doors were all locked.
If they didn't pass through the train, you think the corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut.
Blackout and shaking didn't open them either. Aren't the blackout and shaking kind of suspicious in the first place?
If they didn't pass through the train, you think the corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut.
Still doing this. Yeah.
If they didn't pass through the train, you think the corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut. The door's locked when the train is moving. We know the train never stopped once. If the windows and doors are shut, there's no way to get out while the train is moving. No issues occur during the train's operation.
This is the truth. No, there was something strange.
The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in car 2 and car 4. When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying? Forget the shaking and the blackout. They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact. I'll slash through this mystery.
No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system. The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over.
Hey! He ran away! A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom!
Is there such a thing as a good phantom?
After him! You gotta keep solving the mystery and boom kill that mystery phantom!
I don't know about this boom kill shit.
Hey!
She does like to chain me up though. So there is that.
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going.
Okay. Did you have to tug on me like that? The main control system was lost when car
So this
1
is the question we're
was
facing right now.
on fire.
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how?
Master's expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too. The main control system failing, the blackout, the train shaking. Oh yeah! Why did the train shake like that? There
Well,
was a blackout right before entering the tunnel
yeah.
that was caused by the main control system failing. But the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because...
I got nothing.
Wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's right! The train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, Then what must have happened was...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving
Maybe
the
they
case now?
changed course. Like it wasn't supposed to be in the tunnel.
That it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing! Let's go, Master! Lay it all out!
Oh, we got another barrel thing with timed. Alright, backup
Are you ready
control
to play the
system.
Shinigami puzzle?
Was
Tick tock, tick tock.
I don't know. Car 1 was... Maybe something happened to the train when it shook? Derailment? Derailed? Maybe that's
You can
it.
do it, Master!
Ah, shit.
Twirling, twirling. Shut up!
E.
Wait! You only have
Shit. D, E. A. See, I don't... Ah, it's annoying. D-E...
Master, you may know the cause of the black.
Failed
know
main...
that.
If so...
So he must have.
But the so I don't think he...
Then what? But you're I knew it! Anything
Car 1 was...
So this is the question we're facing right now.
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how?
Well, as his main... Oh, yeah! There was a blackout right... But the code... Oh, wasn't there some shaking? Ah!
That's right! Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train... It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, then...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance? That it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing. Let's go, Master!
Okay. D-E...
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
Maybe something happened to the train when it shook. D,
That's right!
E, D, E... No. D... Death? No. Detachment. D, E...
Tick
No, I
tock,
already
tick
tried
tock.
it. D, what? D,
You can do it, Master! You're wrong. That's not it. Go, go, go!
detach. Oh. Fucking stupid.
Master, you may know the...
The fail, if so,
So, he...
but the so what then?
Okay, so you just have to hold the button, which is good.
I mean, anything...
But the detachment doesn't make any sense. Because it was back on there again.
So,
The main, if it's
well, as the main... Oh, yeah, there is... But the... Oh!
that's right. Whatever it caught, if it
Ooh, that is...
It doesn't make any sense, the whole thing. I pressed the button.
That's right!
Wait, what?
That's right!
Oh, I guess this is considered one. It still doesn't make any sense, because unless R1 detached and went ahead.
could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
Huh? Separated? What?
Yeah, because I guess you could do that. Because there was two paths.
Yeah. The reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in.
Let's keep going for now.
So the first car was going just before the tunnel. It detached and it went around the tunnel and went to the fifth car.
Master, I don't really get it. What do you mean the first car was cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on. At that time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after a brief blackout, it switched to the backup.
But
Yeah.
why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that.
Watch out! Ah! There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
How much longer will this keep happening? I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
Okay.
Again?
The body was transported along
We
with
need
the
to
entire
resolve the
car.
mystery at hand.
given that the first car was cut off so that the body could be moved. Right, I think I see what happened.
Seems like you got it. Let's do this.
But how do
All
you
up, Master.
detach the car? Can't just do that.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle? Go, go, go! Nice! Nice!
That's right! He transported the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected.
That's a lot to go through.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense. Shut up!
Breathing.
The first car is at the front of the train.
Yeah.
Apex's corpse was in the fifth car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think. How could you swap the position of the first and fifth cars?
That's... yeah.
If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it
swap?
happen?
You can't really swap them. I mean, you have the burnt. And the fifth.
That reminds me. Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout? Blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
Right.
Yeah, it definitely shook two separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it.
Alright, so... you would have to detach the first car before the split, and then detach the fifth car before exiting the tunnel so that the first car can take the place of the fifth. How does the fifth get to the front of the train?
The first time was when the train car was disconnected. But what about the second?
This one's fifth.
Something happened to the train then, too. The shaking at the end of the tunnel felt similar to when car 1 disconnected.
There's no point thinking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity.
No, the...
Master, here it comes! You gotta solve the mystery and defeat him!
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing. Because they're all wrong from the very beginning.
Alright, let's see what kind of solution keys we got. route map, distorted plate.
So it shook twice.
Okay, so we're gonna be using these two. The route map, and then the distorted plate. So I don't need that.
It's near the tunnel.
Wasn't that?
Yeah, that's right!
And we exited.
Then
Still feel like the route map is related to this in some way.
So it shook twice near the tunnel. What of it? You mean the train car was separated and connected? Why would that even matter? Even if you managed to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars around.
this is the truth. No. At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track that the Amaterasu Express was on separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars. The first time the train shook was before entering the tunnel, which was caused by car 1 separating it. After that, the separated car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The two tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where car 1 connected to the end of the train. This is when the train shook for the second time.
You're right!
Not true.
First car moved all the way to the back!
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own. But the Amaterasu Express is special. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own! Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up!
No! That's crazy!
Huh? What?
Using your method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first car to the end, which would leave it behind the 5th car. In other words, it becomes the 6th car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Aphex's corpse in the non-existent 6th car?
Oh, you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong!
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us. I will prove it to you.
Okay. Oh, one of these.
Try to solve it, lickety-split!
From the start, the Amaterasu was a 6-car train. No, 5.
That's not it!
Sorted plate.
Twirling, twirl.
4 car. Maybe 4. Oh, right, because of the door. It's always been 4.
Are you just ignoring me now? Right!
There weren't 5 cars, there was always 4. That makes more sense now. Because you couldn't open the door for the 5th car. Can't open the door when there is
Maybe
no
the
car.
Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there were only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, Car 1 could be made to look like Car 5.
Huh? So, there weren't 5 cars the whole time?
That's why Melanie said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit.
But you can't access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open. So, it wasn't broken. The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
Yep.
I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars. There was another Car 1 at our destination. If it connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So the Car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the peacekeepers, the Car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
The real car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, and all the peacekeepers there would have noticed it.
Yeah.
So they were all in on it.
Or you could assume that the peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other Car 1. If there was another Car 1, then there will be something that sets it apart from the original Car 1.
Broken window.
For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary would be different from how I broke it.
Yeah.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window? So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. And that's how they pulled off swapping the 1st and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch?
All right, we're almost there. Let's catch this culprit. That was a pretty solid deduction.
That makes sense now.
Very impressive. Of me foreseeing your
That's a
potential.
different curve.
It's so strange. It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in the WDO.
There's no time for bragging. You still gotta catch him.
Right.
Coming up on some stairs. These stairs. Isn't there an elevator somewhere?
Everything feels different here.
This is just the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You know, making the 1st car look like the 5th was a really big trick to pull off. I'm surprised the train cars could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly.
Yeah.
The train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed.
Even the trick with the swapping train car?
Probably. It had to have been done automatically.
Well, it'd be easy for Amaterasu. They own the train.
True.
That's what I'm worried about. Even if I obtain the truth here, won't they just ignore what I say and arrest me anyway?
I keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape.
Why are you so sure of that?
Oops. Oh.
What is this?
Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. You just have to destroy it.
So the truth is here.
You can't have the truth.
Excuse me?
It's impossible to destroy this fortress. Just give up and leave!
I don't wanna.
Whenever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know we're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he did try to set you up.
I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this.
It's boom kill time!
I really hate that phrase. It's so ridiculous. Good lord. How many walls do I gotta go through? Probably one of those kind of quick time actions. Hey, what? That's weird, but okay. Shinigami.
Shinigami's tutorial corner!
To overcome the last stand of a phantom, tear through all obstacles with the mega-sized god. What? Great Onset Destroyer. That's okay.
Let's do this, Master!
Big tackle jump. Okay.
Oh, oh!
Blast away the gigantic iron balls released from the Phantom Fortress with a corresponding kick.
No one can stop me!
When an obstacle closes in and the screen slows down, press the button to attack. A is kick.
What?
Missing the input timing means failure and taking damage, so be careful.
I won't let you have the truth.
Oh, it's
I see.
tackle is Y. Destroy huge walls when they suddenly appear with a corresponding tackle.
Racket to
Again, with the screens, when the screen slows down, press the button to attack.
bleh!
Again, missing timing means failure. Try not to take damage. Okay.
Go away! Give up and scram!
And the last one is jump. Jump to avoid thorns that suddenly appear from the ground. When the screen slows down, jump.
Watch
Be
out.
careful here too, because missing.
Your deduction is wrong!
I was pressing it. What the? Oh,
Go away!
this is a long
Don't come
part.
near me! Don't come any closer! Stop it! Switching the first and fifth parts is just your imagination. It's a completely baseless lie. There's no evidence they ever swapped.
Destroy the wall with the solution key.
Check, check!
There are obstacles that even God can't destroy without a solution. No evidence they ever swapped.
Come on, hurry up and
YT.
decide!
Open up the solution key window. Pick a key. Pick a key that contradicts the fandom statement and boo slash it with Master Solution.
Use the solution key to
Solution
smash through the
key.
wall, Master!
There's no evidence they ever swapped.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Okay.
No! There are traces of a swap! The warped plate from Car 5! The reason that plate was burned so thoroughly is because originally it said Car 1. Left as it was, it would have messed up your plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5.
It's true.
That's why you made extra sure it was burned beyond recognition.
Here I go!
Hold on. Why? Jump, kick. Okay.
That's nonsense! I burned the plate to disguise it? No! I didn't do that! Stop it! Stop! Go away! Get away from me! Get away! Get away! It just happened to be easily burned! But with it burned, you have no way of knowing what number car it was. So there's nothing backing up your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car.
Looks like we need another solution key to boom kill him. Good luck,
Let's
Master.
see. Bloodstains on interior block. Sleeper death report. We'll go with this one.
There is proof! The bloodstain on the inner lock of the infirmary in Car 5! The culprit probably didn't notice it. But I remember. It's my blood!
What?
What?
When I was trying to get into the infirmary in Car
That's
1,
right, he did cut his
I
hand.
cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the inner lock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in Car 1, was found in Car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick. This is the truth of the case.
He looks weird.
I'm not done yet!
No, you're done.
What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already!
If Car 1 became Car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the 5th car, but the culprit wasn't there!
Okay.
The culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the 5th car, probably someplace safe.
It would have been the control room. There was a key. It wasn't in the infirmary. It wasn't the restroom. It would have been the main control room A. If they had the key.
Here. The culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time. I didn't have the key, so I could never have gotten inside. I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while Car 1 was running on the second track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had the key. And then they hid in a blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me.
No, it's not me. I'm not the culprit.
Great detective work! I call that a critical hit! He seems like he's barely standing. All that's left is to finish him off.
Finish him off? How do I do that?
Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can.
Deduction denouement. Okay.
Time to expose this crime. The cheats and everything.
The deduction denouement is where the truth is made clear by thinking through all the deductions up until that point.
The correct answer
Place
is
the
somewhere
correct
inside your
piece
head,
in the
Master.
corresponding deduction gap to reveal the truth.
This could be the clincher.
Locked pieces can be opened by solving mysteries, so keep it up.
There's only one
Once every
truth.
gap is filled with a piece, final revealing all mysteries will be unveiled. Everything has been leading up to this point. Okay. Well, I'm not timed, so that's good. Alright, fire extinguisher. Hold on a second. Okay. Barely boards the train. Yuma runs towards the train. Train departs with 4 cars. Okay, so we're going in the opposite direction. We're going manga style. Okay, Amaterasu Express ticket. Only minutes till departure. Leaving the lost and found. Where did Yuma rush to? Oh, ZR is slowing down. Our number plate. Knifing cushion. Oh, I didn't unlock that. Unlock that too. How do I unlock those? What does X do? Okay. Yuma heads the car. Wait, what? Where did Yuma rush to? How would I have... Amaterasu Express. Okay. Master detectives gathering car 2. What was used to put the detectives to sleep? Coffee. Why are these not unlocked? Why can't I access these? Why don't I have these? Because I don't get this. What was used to break the window? That I have. Used as a red herring. Knife in the cushion. Where was the culprit hiding? Oh, I see. So it seems to unlock. Culprit hiding. Under the bed. What was the culprit doing in the main control room? Car 1 was detached. Blackout. Okay. What did the culprit burn? Body. I want to go through this whole thing. Go through the whole thought process of it. Okay, so got there. Train departs with 4 cars, leaving behind 5. And then passengers gathering cargo. Texas puts drugs. Yuma drinks the drug coffee. Suddenly hit by drowsiness. Yuma heads to car 1 as the culprit watches. Master detectives drink. Drink. Culprit smirks. Carries Apex's body to the infirmary. Fire extinguisher set up to break window. Locks the door from the inside the infirmary. In bed with burnt corpse. Knife and cushion used as a red herring. Sets fire to around the bed. Traversing the smoke-filled corridor. Culprit lying in bed in the burning infirmary. Fire extinguisher in the hallway is found. Breaks the glass with the fire extinguisher. First body found. Yuma frantically exits the room. Culprit hides under the bed. Heads to the main control room. Proceeds with car detachment operation. Car 1 is detached. Blackout. body in car 2. Uchi's body in car 3. Zange's body in car 4. Culprit moves Aphex's body in car 1. Aphex's body placed in the corridor. What did the culprit burn? That would have been the nameplate. Burns the car number plate as part of the ploy. Hides in the main control room after everything. Exiting the tunnel. What happens after exiting the tunnel? Reattachment. Attachment to car 1. Yuma enters car 1 attached behind car 4. Runs through the destroyed car. Burnt corpse at the end of the passageway. Which body is found last? Aphex's body. The last body found was Aphex. Peacekeeper, let's see, a different car 1 was prepared at Kanai Station. Amaterasu Express arrives at Kanai Station. Returns to being a 5-car train. Peacekeepers board the train on arrival. Peacekeepers pursue Yuma. Who's there? Oops. Zilch. Mystery unraveled. Okay.
Step right up, step right up! 5 master detectives slain before their time, and Amaterasu Corporation has master in their sights. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement!
The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which
Everything
was
I
on
just
its way
did
to
is gonna be
Kanai.
doing this. Incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanai.
I rushed onto the train as it was about to depart. At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars.
All because you were fast asleep in the lost and found, Master. If you kept snoozing, the case would never be solved.
When the train started moving, it was only 4 cars long. The 5th and final one was left at the station.
And so, the culprit's scheme had already begun. Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go.
On the train, the master detectives were gathered together in car 2. That was the dining car. And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there.
I bet the culprit was the first person on the train, so they could prepare in advance and wait for everybody else.
I felt unwell, and Melanie went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy. I was hearing things at the time and thought that I might be seriously ill, but it was actually the drug.
Oh, so you thought yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones don't do much to it like that, but slander stings!
The culprit sent me off to car 1 in order to frame me as the killer.
I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like a super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead.
Once I'd left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks.
The culprit then burned everyone to death, setting all those master detectives on fire on purpose. What a psycho!
For real.
This was when the culprit put their plan to frame me into motion. First, they carried Aphex's charred corpse to the infirmary in car 1.
Yeah.
The very first body we found.
Then, they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was sleeping in. This was done to prompt me into smashing the door later.
Gotta have someone get inside somehow, or else nobody would find the body.
Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on the bed with Aphex's charred corpse.
Jumping into bed with a charred corpse. And here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman. I'm actually a little jealous.
That's because you're weird.
A knife and cushion created the red herring.
Hell of a way to pretend to be dead.
Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as I was waking up.
While you were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom. They must have seen then and timed it.
When I woke up in the restroom and went into the hallway, car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke.
Oh, that's some precise timing.
Seriously.
I caught a glimpse of Zeil in the infirmary, with a knife lodged in his chest.
But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything.
That was when the culprit took out Aphex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding beneath the bed.
It's just like a magic trick, switching places under a veil of smoke.
Meanwhile, I found the fire extinguisher on the floor, smashed the window, unlocked the room, and went inside.
Just like the culprit planned. And that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place.
After the smoke cleared, I found Zelch's body burnt to a crisp. At least, that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely fooled.
That must have been why they picked the time-consuming method of roasting someone to death. Plus, the body was about the right size.
I bolted out of car 1 after seeing the corpse.
The culprit was under the bed at that time, huh? They probably laughed at you from there, watching everything unfold like they planned.
I went on to discover the charred corpses of the other master detectives. Around that time, the culprit came out from under the bed and went to the main control room in car 1. Controlling the train from there, they detached car 1.
That caused the blackout and shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system. So when the train shook, was there or was there not jiggling, I guess? Take a guess.
Yes, there was.
While the detached car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work.
Except you were a ghost at that point. While the detached car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work.
Preparing to disguise car 1 as car 5.
What about the jiggling?
First, Aphex's corpse was carried to the corridor, and the necklace removed earlier was placed back on.
Then the car 1 number plate was burned so that it couldn't be properly identified.
With everything in place, the culprit went into the main control room, locked the door, and waited for the train cars to reconnect.
At this time, the culprit was riding in car 1 on the other track, right?
Yeah, the train, which was only cars 2, 3, and 4 at the time, remained on course.
Since we were in a tunnel, I didn't even realize car 1 was moving alongside us.
The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars. When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached car 4. Now behind car 4, that car became car 5.
The swap was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system, right? Technology sure is convenient.
The culprit, riding in car 1, attached it to the back of car 4. That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same.
Yeah.
Additional shaking occurred inside my blouse, but the power stayed on.
After that, I mistook car 1 for car 5 and walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much, I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in car 1 before.
I figured there'd been some kind of brawl. But that was part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize was actually car 1.
When I found the corpse, I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on. But I was just rediscovering the same charred corpse from car 1. The disguised corpse and the car switch completely fooled me.
Using a dead body? Oh, that's a despairingly brilliant idea!
When the train arrived in Conivore, it connected to a different, prearranged car 1.
And with that, the train once again had 5 cars. So much attaching and detaching. What a stupid, crazy, elaborate trick!
Seriously, they went through a lot of trouble to do this.
The peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station. As the sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders.
And Amaterasu was in on it! That really turns me on!
What?
You mean pisses me off, right?
During that time, the culprit stayed hidden in the main control room of the disguised car 1 and waited for the peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there at the scene.
After burning all the master detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer. It was a cunning, cold-blooded scheme.
And the evildoer who committed these countless contemptible crimes is none other than... Zilch Alexander! It was you!
Alright, now what's gonna happen?
This is the truth I've uncovered! Is that it? What's this?
Reminds me. I need to change some things. That's something I noticed when doing that whole thing. Volume, background music. We can put that there.
Oh, this is looking pretty good.
Okay. And then master volume, we can drop this down. I think there. I think that'll work.
It's the truth. It's the soul of the true culprit who made this mystery labyrinth.
The soul of the true culprit? Wait, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now it's time for the main event. Here we go. It's my time to shine. bloodlust, overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Through into the vile mystery labyrinth.
You guys see the Good Smile announced an android of her, Shinigami. It's pretty cool. Might have to get it. I don't know. They announced that yesterday. So that's chapter 0, I think.
Huh? We're back?
What are you talking about now? Your spirit shouldn't be broken yet. The Peacekeepers will take care of you. We have all the time in the world.
Huh?
Did I pick the wrong one?
Shinigami! Where are you? Nothing here's changed. What's going on? Shinigami? Are you listening?
Get him!
Wait! I know who the culprit is!
What?
It's Zilch! He's still alive. He framed me.
What are you talking about? He's already dead!
Huh? But...
Shut up! This is not up for discussion! What a waste of time! Take him away!
Shinigami! Where did you go? This isn't what's supposed to happen!
I'm right here! You're so cute when you panic, so I had to enjoy the view for a bit.
What?
Stop playing around! Why hasn't the situation changed at all?
He must be hallucinating. Taking him down shouldn't be a problem. Take him away!
Eh?
What? He's dead?
Looks like it's over.
Huh? What's over? Shinigami, what's going on?
There's always a price to pay. When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Okay.
The source perishes? Don't tell me.
That's right, the true culprit dies.
Then that report saying Zilch, the true culprit, was dead.
And that solves today's mystery. The true culprit is as dead as a doornail. You're now innocent and free to go, Master. A happy ending. Roll credits!
There's nothing happy about this. Zilch died because I solved the mystery, right?
Huh? He was a dangerous murderer who killed 4 master detectives.
It's true.
He deserved to die.
I mean, I don't think I'm completely free to go. Not even with Zilch being dead.
In that case, say exactly what I'm about to tell you to that gilded idiot over there.
Okay. Swank, did you just receive a report that Zilch was dead?
How did you know that?
I thought so.
Ah!
If he was alive until moments ago,
that changes things about this case. Someone who died in front of my eyes, was alive. This is clearly an attempt by the culprit to disguise the truth. Don't tell me the Peacekeepers lied to try to cover up what really happened. You didn't try to frame an innocent person, did you?
Did you?
What? You think you can weasel your way out of this? You better not forget you're in Kanai Ward now. You're powerless before the might of the Amaterasu Corporation.
No, I didn't mean...
Hey! Don't surrender so easily! You were so close!
That does it! You're under arrest! Listen, you got no right to remain silent, and you got no right to call a lawyer either! Take him away!
Well, that's crappy.
No, wait! Hold on just a second! Hey, excuse me. Do you have a minute?
You!
It's all good. Let's stop all the fighting.
Who are you?
We both have to follow orders from the higher-ups, so let's not do anything that causes unnecessary tension. Falsifying evidence and testimonies is a drag when it comes time to do the paperwork, right? It's tough keeping things consistent. Just forget about all that and leave it to me, yeah? You know, I saw that the true culprit was alive and well just a bit ago.
What?
If you let us go, I'll cook something up in my report to the World Detective Organization. You don't want trouble, right? If the WDO floods this joint because of you. Your punishment might be kind of brutal. So, you know what to do. Leave things well enough alone, as they say.
What are you gonna say about that?
Let's go!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Thank goodness that worked out.
Who is he?
Beats me?
Oh, I guess we're in control now.
Hey,
Say,
Yeah.
Fine. God, these controls are terrible.
well. I bet that was quite a long trip for you. Welcome to Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
You must be Yuma. Yuma Cocoa Head, right?
I am. And you are?
I'm Yako Furio.
Yako Furio. Yako Furio. Furio.
I was born and raised in Kanai Ward. Just a humble member of the WDO.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the director of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, the only detective agency in Kanai Ward.
Okay.
My office welcomes you. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Thanks. The pleasure is all mine. So he's a detective from the WDO. Finally, I've met an ally. He managed to turn away the Peacekeepers, so he must be in high standing.
really? He's clearly just some careless, middle-aged man. Oh, by the way, don't tell anyone about yours truly. You might have forgotten, but our secret is included in the contract. It'd be terrible if you broke this rule. To be exact, your whole body would be drained of its blood.
Lovely.
Okay, I won't tell anyone.
Well, even if you did, they'd just assume you're some crazy person.
Now, shall we? Oh, by the way, I'd like to hear the details about this incident.
Right.
Okay. Wow, the rest of that chapter really took a long time. Longer than I anticipated. This would have been a almost 6-hour stream.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting. It took a while to get through all the proceedings.
They practically interrogated you, right? Kanai Ward is completely shut off from the outside world. Communication devices, such as cell phones, are confiscated.
Jeez.
Cameras are not permitted to leave Kanai Ward either.
Good lord.
Even if you smuggle something with reception in, Kanai Ward is a dead zone. Thanks to all that tight closure, nobody's using this fancy station at all.
Did you say no one?
You show a lot of promise, considering how you handled that Amaterasu trouble. I was scared, to be honest. I don't want to deal with them if I don't have to. The thing is, the Peacekeepers always antagonize detectives. As a basic rule, never look them in the eye. They're always itching for a fight. Kinda like mad dogs.
Right.
Amaterasu Corp doesn't want the unified government or the WDO meddling in their matters. I even caught wind of them hiring a hitman.
Excuse me.
A hitman?
They plan to wipe out any master detectives before they enter Kanai Ward. The results of which is this Amaterasu Express massacre.
So Zilch was actually a hitman?
Nope. There was a real master detective named Zilch. He was murdered beforehand and used as a disguise.
I see.
You were in the first car earlier. The real Zilch is laying dead somewhere in there.
Oh, jeez.
There was a separate first car at the station before you arrived, where Zilch's body was hidden. Then, the 4 train cars that you rode in would arrive at the station in Kanai Ward and connect with the fake first car. That makes a total of 5 dead master detectives at Kanai Ward's platform. With no master detectives left, you would be arrested as the only culprit. That was the plan.
Well,
They
that
would
didn't...
go to such lengths?
Yeah, seriously.
Absolutely. Even though the plan didn't work, we still lost 5 master detectives.
Jesus.
Given the situation, I'm honestly surprised you survived, Yuma.
That's all thanks to me. You're so lucky to be haunted by yours truly.
Wait, if there was a real Zilch, then the number of people on board the Amaterasu Express,
It was 6.
including me, that makes 6 people. The numbers still don't add up.
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of master detectives on the train was precisely 5.
Oh, I'll explain that later. Anyway, let's leave this place. Wouldn't want to give the Peacekeepers any ideas.
Okay. So that was chapter 0. Yes. Still waiting to get into chapter 1.
It's raining.
Hey, you're right.
At least I can make this I didn't know it was going to be this involved and this long. You can make it a multi-stream playthrough, even up to chapter 4. I wonder how many chapters are in this game. Who's that?
Who's that guy?
Huh. What I want to know.
Beats me.
I I see.
Okay, once the culprit is boom killed, you'll get rewarded based on how well Master did in the mystery labyrinth.
Are you gonna remember all
You'll
of
get a
this?
reward for each overall rating between SS and C. I probably ended up within A, maybe? I don't know. Not only do you get a reward for the rating you receive, but every rating below it. So try shooting for the top. Okay. S. Yeah. A. See? Told you. In view details. See, the death matches are what's really getting me. And that Shinigami puzzle was a pain in the ass. And that, yeah. There were a couple of parts that were a pain in the ass for this beginning. I'm surprised they rank you like that when this first one. I don't know. First timer bonus plus 23. Okay. Not bad. Not bad, I guess. Sure. Let's go with file 4. Okay. Yeah, these loading screens are a pain in the butt. That's the one thing about the Switch I don't like, is that loading is really long with some games. Wait, what? I still got a prologue to go through. What?
There's a place I want to show you. It's the best spot to learn about this town. Hey, relax. Don't be so nervous.
Sure.
2, 3, 4, 5. 5th floor. Or is it the first floor?
Come on, this way. I love the view of the city from here. Oh no, it's like we're always right at the brink of dawn. Although, thanks to them, the real dawn will never rise here.
Materasu Corp.
You mean Amaterasu Corporation?
Kanai Ward is isolated and out of the UG's reach. Now, Amaterasu is the de facto master of the city. None who wish to live in peace dare defy them. As long as you know your place, life can be pretty good here. Open an umbrella and the rain won't touch you. Wear a raincoat, and you can even take a girl cycling. You know what I mean, right?
Kinda.
A while
No,
back,
no.
our detective agency used this building. But we were kicked out due to a contract dispute. The owner claimed renting the building out to detectives made the place unpopular. In Kanai Ward, detectives aren't even allowed to have their own offices.
Really?
I don't know what the WDO is thinking, but I don't want this town to change. It should stay the way it is. It deserves some peace and quiet. That's why this time around, I don't want any trouble. It's not easy to negotiate with these people.
I heard that Kanai Ward has a lot of unsolved mysteries.
Screams are part of the daily noise around here. They're kind of like church bells marking sunset. Whenever someone's smiling in that building, someone else in town is weeping. However, we can't go punching the guy who's smiling. We can only offer a handkerchief to those in tears before quietly slipping away. And nothing more is needed anyway. We're not superheroes or anything. We're just detectives.
Just detectives, he says. But he has the resigned smile of someone who's given up. That look tells me exactly the kind of place Kanai Ward is, in a way words couldn't begin to describe.
This fuzzhead dude comes off like an irresponsible geezer, but there's an ominous aura around him. You only end up like that if you've seen death all the time.
Could it be because of this city?
Maybe. Or maybe it's its old man stench.
Ain't that old.
Huh? Something wrong? Is there something on my gorgeous face? Back in the day, I was rather popular with the ladies. You may think that means I'm no longer so popular. And you'd be right.
The rain, it never stops. Does it rain often here?
Oh, this stuff? Fatalists would tell you that all rain must come to a stop. But for the past few years, the rain in our town hasn't stopped falling.
Can't rain all the time.
For years?
Yeah, years. It started around, 3 years ago?
Jesus.
Weird, huh? Thanks to that, we have no need for weather forecasts.
A city where it's always raining. No wonder things are so dark and damp here.
The rain sure has changed things around here. Both the city and the people, too. Supposedly, there's something in the rain that messes with our bodies and the environment. But it's all hearsay. No one knows why the rain never lets up. But it probably has something to do with Amaterasu.
Kanai Ward. It's such a bizarre place.
Bizarre, huh? You're not gonna make it here if you find this shocking. You'll be seeing a lot of strange things in this city, I'll tell you that much. But there's no need to overcomplicate things. Everything is just an illusion in the rain. Just think of it that way, and you'll be fine. Trust me, it's easier this way.
Is it?
Well, now that I've finished showing you the town, let's head to the agency.
Okay.
This place. There's a lot more to it than I thought.
What do you mean?
Oh, it smells so good here. It's like there's a florist on every corner.
That's...
Really?
No.
I don't see any florists.
I didn't mean it literally. To me, nothing smells sweeter than the stench of death.
God.
Stench of death?
There are gruesome mysteries all over this place. It smells so lovely.
That sounds so ominous.
Hey! The elevator's here!
Right, coming.
more?
Now then,
Yes.
No need to be so nervous. There's nothing dangerous here anyway.
this area is called Kamasaki District. It's the busiest and messiest place in all of Ganai Ward. In other words, it's a lively area.
The neon looks magical blurred in the rain. If there really is an illusion in the rain, I think it'd be the streetlights. I don't have any memories of this scenery, but it still makes me all nostalgic. Perhaps I'm from a city like this one. Or maybe, if you formed my mind into a shape, it looked like this place.
Who's that guy? Just standing there.
Hey, isn't it weird how it's not flooded, given how it's always raining here?
It looks like they have a good drainage system. See? There's a drain leading to a pipe over there.
That kind of thing creeps me out. Just imagine what would happen if I got sucked in there. Hey! There's a clown in the sewer staring at you!
A clown?
Made you look!
This isn't a Stephen King game. Probably for the best, too.
I explained briefly, but basically, Amaterasu Corp picks on detectives. My colleagues and hired assistants all quit. They said working here as a detective was simply impossible.
So, you've been working as the only detective for the whole city ever since?
It's not like I can change careers. I'm a WDO detective, after all. Clients trust me to do the job. Although, most of my requests involve infidelity or finding lost pets.
What about unsolved mysteries?
The peacekeepers get to handle that. Detectives don't even get close.
Oh, interesting.
But now, things could be different since you're all here.
Wait.
Huh? All?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling things will be a bit stuffy moving forward.
Why? Unless all those master detectives aren't actually dead.
Is your agency up ahead?
Like I said earlier, detectives aren't allowed to work in a proper office in Kanai Ward.
So you put us in
Must we travel
Oh,
this
jeez.
nauseating path? I'm too blue-blooded for this.
The other master detectives are already waiting at the agency. You're the last to join us.
Other master detectives? But everyone on the train died.
Or did they?
Thanks to that hitman hired by Amaterasu. The WDO anticipated interference. They prepared multiple routes for entry into Kanai Ward. They covered their bases. Other master detectives arrived from routes besides the Amaterasu Express. Both official and unofficial members traveled through these various routes.
I see. So it wasn't just the Amaterasu Express.
Amaterasu Corporation caught on and tried to interfere on all the routes. Granted, they deny any involvement. Some routes were completely stamped out. Yours barely made it.
That tragedy happened to others too.
Excluding you, there are 4 others who survived. Unfortunately, a lot of sacrifices were made. But as a result, you could say master detectives of the highest caliber have been gathered here. Each of you did outsmart Amaterasu and made it here after all.
The highest caliber? Hearing Master get complimented really annoys me.
Why?
I wonder what these surviving Master Detectives are like. So exciting, so mysterious.
Let's walk a little slower so we can't get to the point any quicker. Thank you very much.
Here we are.
What?
Where's the agency?
It's right here. All right. Remember this, Yuma. The most important things cannot be seen by the eye.
Okay. Huh. Submarine. Exactly what it is. It's a submarine. That's funny. Kind of cool though at the same time. It's quite genius.
This is the agency?
I thought my eyes were gonna pop out.
Welcome to the Nocturnal Detective Agency. What, you expected something a bit tidier? I guess I wouldn't call this place clean myself. But isn't it awesome? Our own submarine!
That is kind of cool.
Is this really it? Our office is a sub?
You've been assigned to a sinking ship of a detective agency.
But it also floats, so there's that. Come on. Jesus. These loading screens are horrible. Why are you in the fireplace?
Thanks for waiting, everyone. Our final new member has arrived at last.
Watch it! Don't just come barging in here.
Sorry. What are you talking about? This is my detective agency, isn't it?
Victory is mine. Pay up.
But hold on, that doesn't count. It was an accident thanks to the chief barging in here.
Nonsense. You should have expected him to return from his errand. Moreover, you should have realized he was back when our submarine resurfaced.
When you put it like that.
With my logic, anything is possible.
Nice.
What are they fighting about?
Hey, what are you doing with those matches? No fire is allowed on my sub.
It's just a little game. He strikes the matches one by one. He wins if he lights 10 in a row. But if he fails even once, I win. And he failed. Thus, I get all the cash.
Hang on, it was lit. The chief opened the door, which blew it out.
Probably.
I succeeded in lighting it, so the game continues. Next is the 7th, right? Hey, ref, how many matches was it? You can check by counting the number of chocolates on the table.
Sure thing. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, don't eat those! We're using them to count! How many are we missing now? 2 or 3? Come on, princess. How many did you eat? Be honest.
2 or 3. What comes after 3? I never remember since I so rarely count that high. Please give me just a moment to recall it.
Okay.
It's all ruined.
You got a weirdo in the fireplace,
Why
too.
don't you count the number of matchsticks you've used instead?
Oh, right. I'll just count the matchsticks in the ashtray. Why the hell are there so many? Didn't you say no open flames are allowed in here?
It's harder to quit than you think.
Jesus.
Aha! I remember. The number 4 comes after 3. So the answer is 4. Huh? But there is still a chocolate missing.
Hang on, there were more than 4 to begin with. Did you eat another one? Wait, you're eating it right now!
It is too delicious. So this is what commoners eat. Interesting. It is simply heavenly.
Anyway, time to pay up.
Enough. I'm using my authority as chief to end this game. And no more gambling. Do you understand you're in Kanai Ward? Don't give the peacekeepers any reasons to drop in on us. Virtue, honesty, and staying the hell out of trouble. That's our motto here at Nocturnal Detective Agency, got it? Now then, I'd like to introduce you to our final team member. Yuma Cocoa Head. A round of applause, please.
Yay!
Nice to meet you all.
One girl's clapping.
I was hoping they'd be amazing detectives, but they all look kinda dumb. I wonder which one of them will die first. Him or me?
Hey, knock it off! They managed to get past Amaterasu's attacks. I'm sure they're all amazing.
Yuma, let me introduce everyone to you. First, the one sitting over there is Halara Nightmare, a great master detective. The first to arrive at Kanai Ward.
What a name.
The little match boy over there is Desuhiko Thunderbolt.
Wait, who's the match boy?
The beautiful lady next to him is Fubuki Clockford. She is the heiress to the famous Clockford family.
A pleasure to meet you.
Kind of an airhead, but sweet.
And the one inside the fireplace?
What, fireplace? But why there of all places?
He says it's calming in there. Anyway, his name is Vivia Twilight.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've got low energy.
Right. Now that we're all here, let's have a seat.
Alright, we got enough seats? Okay, apparently you do.
Sit down right here.
Still in the prologue. Nope. Or not. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Reason being is I wasn't planning on this being a pretty long stream to begin with today because I got other things I gotta do. So, I thank you for coming along and hanging out. And I will continue this if I can squeeze in another little bit of time during the week. And yeah, oh. So, yesterday during the stream, I got interrupted. And I was away for probably about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Well, turns out I got a package. Package from... Let me go ahead and switch to here. So I got a package from FedEx. And it's one of those interesting packages that you weren't expecting because you forgot about something. I'll go into more detail, but I think I'm gonna reveal it on stream maybe tomorrow or next week. I don't know. We'll see. But it's interesting, and I think it could be something that I could work with within stream. And so, yeah, just a little tease. So, I appreciate you coming by, and I'll see you guys later whenever I can stream again. At least on Friday or Saturday at the latest. At the soonest, one of the random days within the week. We'll see what happens. So, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you later.